Hello there, I'm Dave from Dynobike, and today we have the pleasure of playing with a new model Yamaha R9, which everybody has been anticipating the arrival of, me included. So with this one we have fitted a full system Akrapovic. We have removed the airbox and fitted the DNA Stage 2 kit, which I'll show you in just a second. And we have tuned it to suit. So later on in this video I'll show you the before and after graphs on this one, and then we might even take a look at the current model MT09, which this is based on to some extent, just for comparison, and see if the power characteristic is comparable with that bike. So first of all, we did do a Stage 2 DNA kit, which I just said before. So I'll show you quickly what that consists of. Hang on a moment. Alright, so first of all we have stock airbox lid, which I've taken off. Now if you look at that, you can see it's got these snorkels running down inside the airbox there, like that. You know, the small holes are, well, they're adequate, I suppose. And then we have an air filter system here, a standard air filter system, which has this little piece of plastic running along there, and I think all of this stuff is in the name of keeping the induction noise quiet. The air filter area is relatively small, okay, and it's got this wire mesh on it here as well. So we're throwing away that. We're throwing away the airbox lid, and we're essentially going to replace it, or we have already done so, placing it with that. So this is going to replace the airbox lid and the air filter. It sits down here directly on top of the airbox. There's a little aluminium plate that goes over the top of it, which is for mounting the ECU, because the ECU is mounted on top of the airbox. And away we go. So we've done that mod. As I say, we've done the exhaust as well, tuned it to suit. Let's go and have a look and see what we've come up with in terms of power and torque. Okay, Yamaha R9 with an Akrapovic exhaust, Stage 2 DNA kit, and the tune, the red line, is after the Stage 2 DNA kit and the dyno tune. So nice little jump there, interesting. 6 grand to 9 grand is where the biggest jump is. At peak horsepower figure, if we look over here, it's not really changed all that much, but to be perfectly honest, it's really not as important as getting this bit in here to improve, and we've done a good job of that. Let's have a look at the torque. Same deal, 6 grand to 8.5 grand, way better, but it's also a pretty good improvement from 3.5 grand onwards. We've got a nice improvement there all the way through to redline. So that is the Yamaha R9 Stage 2 kit versus just an exhaust. Let's now have a look at the MT09, same scenario. So this is the MT09 stock exhaust, Stage 2 DNA kit, sorry, not stock exhaust, aftermarket exhaust, which is that one there, versus Stage 2 DNA kit and a tune, which is that one there. Again, it's a nice jump. It's very similar to the other one, but the figures are all just that little bit lower than what the R9 is. So let's jump across to the R9. Let's see what they are without the Stage 2 kit versus the MT09. That would be that one versus that one. Let's make sure we've got the right one there. Full system, 4th gear bass run. Yes, that is the stock bike with an exhaust system only on it versus the MT09, again with just an exhaust system fitted to it, nothing else done. So I think we can comfortably say that the MT09 does not quite have as much power as the Yamaha R9, and that would lead me to believe that there's something different about the engine spec on the R9 versus the MT09. So next is to look at what the best of the MT09 looks like compared to the best of the R9, both with their Stage 2 kits. Stage 2 dyno. Right, so again, this is the R9 with a Stage 2 and a dyno kit, dyno tune, and an exhaust versus the Yamaha MT09, again with an exhaust. Again with an exhaust and the Stage 2 kit. Yamaha R9 significantly better than the MT09. So there you go. That's pretty much it. What do I think of the the Yamaha R9? I think it's a very good motorcycle. It has already been winning races this year. With the upgraded dash and the extra features it's got for the racetrack that you can dial in and customize, makes it even better. The basic suspension setup doesn't look too bad, although for the serious racer it's probably going to need some work on it. The engine is, as you know, it's been around a long time. This engine format, it works. It's a very, very torquey motor, and I'm sure in time there'll be people that'll figure out how to squeeze as much out of it as they can without it exploding, that is. And if you're looking for a track bike, or you want to go and race a bike but you don't want to spend stupid amounts of money, this one is probably right up your alley and certainly worth looking at. I've even considered getting one of these myself, but time will tell whether we actually do or not. Anyway, I'll stop waffling now and I'll move on with the next one. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you need more information, click the links down below this video. It'll take you to the online store where you can purchase whatever it is you require. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Dave from Dynobike.